If you think traveling with your medication in the end of 2025 is same, you're already one step away from a disaster. Airport security has new rules, some stricter, some sneakier. And if you don't know them, you could end up with delays, confiscations, or worse, being stuck in another city without the pills, inhalers, or injections you need to survive. Every single year, thousands of travelers lose their medicine at airports, not because they did anything illegal, but because they didn't pack smart. And replacing them mid-trip, either impossible or insanely expensive. In this video, I'll walk you through the smartest, safest way to pack and travel with any kind of medication. And the last tip I'll share is one that even frequent flyers don't know, but it could literally save your life. Stick around until the end because missing this info could turn your dream trip into a medical nightmare. By the end of this video, you'll be officially ahead of 99% of travelers when it comes to packing and protecting your medication in 2025. Let's begin. Number 9. Keep all critical medications in your personal item. The number one mistake travelers still make in 2025 is packing their essential medication in a carry-on suitcase instead of their personal item. Here's the problem. Full flights mean gate agents often force passengers to check their carry-on bags at the gate. Once that bag disappears into the cargo hold, there's no guarantee it will arrive at your destination with you. Imagine stepping off the plane, thousands of miles from home, only to find your heart medication or insulin is enjoying a surprise vacation in another city. Always pack your medicine in the smaller bag that goes under the seat in front of you. That bag stays with you for the entire flight, no matter what. Use a small organizer or pouch so everything is easy to grab during security checks or mid-flight. If you take multiple prescriptions, keep them in labeled containers so there's no confusion if you're questioned. This one habit alone can save you from the panic of having your medication stranded somewhere in the airline's baggage system. Clothes, shoes, and toiletries can be replaced. Your medication, not so easy. Number 8. Keep liquid medicines separate from toiletries. Mixing your medicine with your regular toiletries is a recipe for security trouble. When TSA scans your bag, a liquid medicine bottle next to a shampoo or lotion can easily raise suspicion. They may pull your bag aside, forcing you to unpack everything in front of a long, impatient line of passengers. The fix is simple. Use a separate clear pouch just for your medications. It's not your regular 311 liquids bag for toiletries, but a dedicated one for medical liquids, creams, and gels. This makes it easy for security agents to check without digging through your toothpaste and deodorant. In 2025, officers are more cautious than ever with unmarked liquids, so keep everything labeled and in its original packaging if possible. If you use an unusual or less common medicine, carry a small printed note from your doctor explaining what it is and why you need it. This not only speeds up the process, but can also prevent your medication from being confiscated by an overcautious screener. A separate pouch also keeps your medication clean and safe from leaks or spills inside your toiletry bag, because the last thing you want is your prescription covered in exploded mouthwash. Number 7. Check destination rules before you pack. Just because your medicine is perfectly legal in the country you live in doesn't mean it's allowed everywhere else. In 2025, more countries have tightened their rules on certain prescriptions, especially strong painkillers, ADHD medications, and sleep aids. Something as simple as an over-the-counter decongestant can be banned in another country, and claiming TSA said it was fine won't help you at foreign customs. Before you pack, search online for destination medication laws and check official government travel advisories. If your medication is restricted, you may need special documentation or a doctor's letter to bring it legally. Some travelers even get temporary substitutions from their doctors before an international trip to avoid legal trouble. Keep in mind, even if a country allows your medicine, they might limit how much you can bring. Customs officers won't hesitate to take away anything that breaks their rules, and replacing it abroad can be impossible. A quick 10-minute check before your trip could save you from fines, delays, and in rare cases, criminal charges. It's one of the most overlooked travel steps, but it's also one of the most important. 6. Freeze gel packs solid before security. If your medicine needs to stay cold, gel packs are your best friend, but only if you do them right. TSA will allow frozen gel packs through security for medical use, but here's the catch. They must be completely frozen solid when you go through screening. If they're even slightly slushy or partly melted, security can decide they don't qualify and toss them in the trash. That means your life-saving medication is suddenly traveling at room temperature, which could ruin it before you even board. The safest move is to freeze your gel packs overnight, then pack them at the very last minute before leaving for the airport. Use an insulated lunch bag or small cooler pouch to keep them cold longer. You can also add a note in the bag that says, "Medical use," in big letters, just in case an officer wonders why you have frozen bricks in your backpack. Remember, airport security is busy, and the clearer you make it that your items are for medication, the smoother your process will be. A rock-solid gel pack is your ticket to avoiding awkward arguments at security and desperate searches for ice at the airport cafe. 5. Keep controlled medications clearly labeled. If you take medication that falls under the controlled substance category, like certain ADHD pills, strong painkillers, or sleep medication, you need to be extra careful when traveling in 2025. Security officers and customs agents are more alert than ever about these types of prescriptions. The easiest way to avoid problems is to keep them in the original prescription bottle with your name and doctor's details printed on the label. Do not move them into unlabeled containers, pill organizers, or random Ziploc bags. It might save space, but it will cause you endless headaches if anyone questions you. For international travel, it's smart to carry a printed prescription or a doctor's letter explaining your need for the medication. Even a quick photo of your prescription label on your phone can help if your packaging gets damaged. Remember, without proof, some agents may assume the worst, and trying to explain yourself at a border in broken English is a stress you do not want. One small label can be the difference between boarding your flight on time or being stuck in a little back room answering uncomfortable questions. 4. Separate daily doses in case of delays. Travel delays happen all the time, and in 2025, with airlines constantly juggling tight schedules, they're even more common. If your checked baggage goes missing or your trip gets extended unexpectedly, you need to have enough medication on hand to cover those extra days. The safest plan is to keep at least 3 extra days worth of doses in your personal item separated from your main supply. That way, if one bag is lost or stolen, you're not completely out of medicine. Small daily pill cases or blister packs work great for this, and they take up almost no space. It's also smart to keep a written list of your medications, dosages, and your doctor's contact details with these extra doses. So if you need to replace them in an emergency, you have all the info ready. Many travelers forget this step and end up scrambling in foreign pharmacies trying to translate drug names that may not even exist locally. A little backup stash in your reach could be the thing that saves your trip from turning into a medical crisis. 3. Use TSA Cares for extra help. Not many travelers know about TSA Cares, but in 2025, it's one of the best free services you can use. If you have a medical condition, mobility issues, anxiety about flying, or you're carrying a lot of medication, TSA Cares will arrange for a trained officer to guide you through security. This means you won't be rushed, and you'll get extra help explaining your medications to other officers if needed. You don't need a special medical pass, expensive ticket, or even a doctor's note to use this service. You just need to contact TSA Cares at least 72 hours before your flight and let them know you'd like assistance. They'll meet you at the checkpoint and walk you through the process, making sure your medical items are handled with care. It's not a VIP lounge experience, but it can make a huge difference if you find security stressful or worry about your meds being mishandled. Think of it as having an airport buddy whose job it is to make sure nothing goes wrong with your medication or your screening. 2. Carry digital and physical proof of prescriptions. Technology fails at the worst times. Airport Wi-Fi might be down, your phone battery could die, or your cloud storage might refuse to load. That's why in 2025, you should always have both a digital and physical copy of your prescriptions when traveling. The digital copy should be a clear photo saved to your phone and emailed to yourself, so you can access it from any device. The physical copy should be a printed sheet that lists each medication, dosage, and your doctor's details. This is especially important if you're traveling internationally, as customs officers may require proof before letting you in with certain medications. Having both versions also helps if you need to refill a prescription during your trip. A pharmacist will take you much more seriously if you can hand them an official document instead of trying to explain everything from memory. It's such a small step, but it can turn a stressful situation into a quick fix. 1. Always pack more than you think you'll need. When it comes to medication, it's better to come home with extra than to run out before your trip ends. Unexpected delays, missed connections, and even natural disasters can extend your travels without warning. In 2025, global travel is more unpredictable than ever before, so it's smart to pack at least a week's worth of extra doses beyond your planned stay. Store the extra supply in a different pouch or a section of your bag from your main stash. That way, if one gets lost or stolen, you still have a backup. This is especially important for life-sustaining medications like insulin, heart pills, or seizure treatments. If you can, bring a written note from your doctor explaining that the extra amount is for emergencies, just in case a security agent questions why you have so much. The peace of mind you get from knowing you have enough to last through any delay is worth the tiny bit of extra packing space it takes. And that's it. Now you're officially ahead of 99% of travelers when it comes to packing and protecting your medication in 2025. If you're flying soon, don't miss these videos next. Click any of these and I'll see you in a moment. Safe travels!